Hey everyone, it's Aaron from Fisheads San Juan River Lodge bringing you the weekly fishing report. I'd say two main things to cover this week, and it's not so much about the flies. The first is that the flows got bumped up to 800 CFS a couple days ago, and as a result of that, number two is we're seeing a good bit of muck in the water. So I would say every 2 to 3 casts, if you can, clean your flies using the San Juan slap, which is where you take your flies out of the water, try and keep the indicator off the surface, and just drag those flies through the water like that. About 3 or 4 times is pretty good. You can just send them right back out. I think another thing to note too with the flow change as significant as that is your fish may have moved, not so much a ton, but I'd say your favorite fishing holes probably fishing just a little bit differently. Don't be afraid to move around and figure out where they might have gone to. Again, nothing crazy, but for example, I used to be fishing a spot where the fish hugged really close to the bank, and I noticed after the flow change, they're now about 10 feet off. So it just took a while to figure out how the fish reacted to some of those changes. Otherwise, just going upstream from the river, the lower river, talked to a couple guides. They said it was doing so-so after the flow change, but are hopeful that it's going to be picking up soon. The flies of choice, they talked a lot about fishing streamers on there. You can still get away with some dries. Hoppers and ants work pretty well. And then going up river, of course, always fishing in the bait water. Can't go wrong with the pheasant tail or any other bigger flies like egg patterns or leeches. Always work really well up there. And then back in the quality waters, I've heard a lot of people talking about patterns in like red or black. We've got a pretty good red and black Big Mac that we have at the shop that's been working pretty well right now. I also scooped up a lot of fish on some olive flies. And pretty much all midge patterns. I haven't seen a ton of beatis activity, a little bit coming off the water here and there. I'd say if you're fishing from Simone Canyon on down, can't go wrong with the beatis in the afternoon. I was up with my clients today near the dam though, and that was still pretty much all midges all day long. And so I guess it just depends where you fish. The further out of the quality waters you get, the more likely you are to see some of that beatis activity just as the water warms up. And yeah, I'm not sure I have much else for you guys this week. Stay tuned for next week. And as always, come pay us a visit. We got plenty of guides willing to take you out, a bunch of all-inclusive packages to choose from. And I would say make the reservation soon because we are about to head into busy season. And the availability of guides won't be like it has before. September through mid-November, we can get pretty booked up. So give us a call. Till next week.